What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and we have a brand new legendary hero in Gemstone Legends who looks to be really powerful, and it is MEDOK of the Dark Followers. So of course today I'm going to do a breakdown and summons. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so I am viewing MEDOK in the lexicon so I can see just how powerful this guy can be, answering the question, if I put all the resources I have into this guy, is it going to be worth it? And spoiler alert, I think it will be. So let's just take a look at why. First of all, I'm liking what I see as far as toughness goes here. He's got a good amount of HP and defense on the base stats. The speed looks good at 204. Of course, there are faster heroes out there, but as long as it's above 200, that's pretty good. And importantly, the mana gain is at 24, so it's only going to take one set of caster equipment to get that to 25, reducing the number of tiles needed to set him off to 4. So that's pretty awesome. Now, he is a crit rate leader. He increases the crit rate of all allies and guild-related battles by 25%. Now, let's take a look at his special. It's called Death Touch, and it says, deals damage to all enemies 3,800% of accuracy. Now, if you've watched my videos before about Gemstone Legends, you know that my personal playstyle is I love these big AoE hitters. I like just having teams that come in and nuke the other team. That's exactly what's happening with this kind of damage. But not only that, there's some really good stuff going on with this guy. Probably the best thing is this 100% chance to inflict curse on all enemies for 4 turns. And that's a long time to put curse on enemies. In fact, I think that curse, while we all know it's a good status to be putting on an enemy, it's still underrated. Like, this is an incredible ability to have, and the fact that it lasts for 4 turns, which, just a reminder, what curse does is it removes a positive status every turn. And it is really difficult in Gemstone Legends to get rid of positive statuses, and there's some really annoying positive statuses out there you just absolutely have to get rid of if you're going to win, and this does it for you. Now, if you get that caster equipment on him so that his mana gain is up to 25, then my goodness, you're going to basically have this up the whole game, and the opponent, if they're relying on a lot of positive statuses, isn't going to be able to do much. We don't even have to read further, and I'm going to tell you, if it just said deals damage like this and has this much curse, he'd be an excellent hero. But he's even better than that, because there's more. 100% chance to inflict poison on all enemies for 4 turns. Now, that's just sort of a side note. It's just going to deal some damage over time here. Basically, that's decreasing HP by 5% every turn. It's going to be particularly good against high HP teams, of course. But that part of the special doesn't matter as much as what we've already read. Now, take a look at the passive. Lots of text here. Lots of text often means there's lots of good stuff going on. Accuracy increased by 10% for every death of the enemy. Now, I don't typically like relying on that, but he's already excellent, so this is just going to be a cherry on top. I like heroes generally that do the powerful things before heroes die. He is doing that. But in addition, that becomes like a boulder that is rolling down the hill. Because now, as you start killing opponents, he's just going to get stronger. So the accuracy goes up, so he's dealing more damage, so it's more likely for statuses to hit. Accuracy and resistance decreased for all enemies by 10% for every alive ally. Inflict heal block on all enemies for 3 turns with the first death in an enemy team. Now, one thing that can be really difficult to deal with on an opposing defense is whenever they have heal that's just kind of rolling and you don't have a good way to deal with it. Well, this will. Inflict silence on all enemies for 3 turns with second death in enemy team. So now it's like a boa constrictor that's just constricting, and now they can't play anymore because they've got silence on them. Inflict Assassin's Mark on all enemies for 3 turns with third death on an enemy team. So now not only are you dealing the accuracy damage, Not only are you constricting them and not able to let them play, but this assassin's mark is gonna blow up whoever's remaining. It's fantastic. And of course, if you level the skill the whole way up to level 7, you get this mana gain increased by 1. Then you don't need the caster's set of equipment anymore, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So this guy, I'm just calling it now. He's one of the best heroes released in the game. And I am so jumping into the altar right now to do some summons. I have a lot of scrolls I've been saving up for something like this, so I'm gonna use them. I think I might use like 80 to 85 gold scrolls if I don't get him, and up to like 2 platinum scrolls, just because Gemstone Legends has been coming out with such good heroes lately. I've got to save some. And there's diminishing returns the higher you go, but I'm gonna go for this guy for sure. So I'm gonna skip through a lot of the epic heroes, otherwise this could take a long time. But we'll take a look at any legendaries who hopefully pop up. Alright, so if you haven't checked it out, I did a video on this channel with my Lion Roar hero, and it was a nuke team. This guy can fit in on a team like that very, very nicely. Alright, what do we got? Alright, Ordia. I don't think I've covered her before on this, but we're gonna skip ahead. I have covered her family before, however. I just don't think I covered her specifically. This is going to give us a lot of fodder for feeding the hero, hopefully, if we get him. Although, you know, the chance, it is small. One thing I like about this game is there's no, like, heroes who you must absolutely have to play the game. You can create really competent, amazing teams just through what you do get. So I'm, like, never disappointed with summons. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm never disappointed. Of course I want to get the featured hero, and of course I want this one. But then when I dive back into the battlefield, I feel just as satisfied. They do such a nice job balancing things here. We got Torvald as an epic hero. And mainly that's because there's a lot of epic heroes and even rare heroes that you can play with at a 6-star level. And you should, because of wars. Alright, and we just got Azul. That's a really cool looking character. I love that art. In fact, I love the art on the new guy here too, but that was really cool art. There's so many heroes in this game, you would think they would eventually run out of ideas for art, but they just keep coming. What do we got? What do we got? Lee. Okay, continuing on. Oh. Look at this. We've got our countdown to the legendary hero. The guaranteed legendary hero. How many summons do I have left? 116. I got 49 more to go. I think I can do that. Let's do that. Let's chase the legendary hero in this one. Just because this one's so good, I would love to get the featured one. I would love to get the featured one. And if I don't, you know, I've got a good one waiting in line. And honestly, most of the heroes can be good. As long as you build them right and you pick good team synergies and things like that. So let's go. Let's go. It tricked me. It's Bao. I really, really like that they implemented this guaranteed legendary hero. It just makes things feel a lot better. I don't know about you, but there's been some games I've wanted to rage quit that don't have a feature like this. And this just means they want to take care of their player base, and they want to keep things fair and even. And I think that Gemstone Legends does a really nice job at that. Alright, 25 more. So I definitely will have fodder for whichever legendary it is that I get here. Who do you think it will be? Put it in the comments. Will I get the featured hero or not? Kurgi as an epic. Alright, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, legend guaranteed. I guess on the next one. The sign popped up. I thought I had one more to go, but the sign popped up there. Then we got Lilith. Okay, here we go. All right, drum roll, please. Who am I going to get? It is going to be a legendary. Here we go. And it is... Ugh, the screen froze. Okay, I get to choose. Oh, fantastic. And these are both so good. Oh, no. Oh, I have to make a choice between this. I mean, quite honestly, I think it's a no-brainer. MEDOK is so good and so useful in so many situations. Oh, man. Yeah, I have to go with the featured hero, but man, feels bad not getting Horus too, though. That was a good choice. I've covered Horus before. He's fantastic. But of course, I have to go with MEDOK. Our featured hero of the day. Didn't even have to go spend my platinum scrolls. Here we go. We got him. I am so excited to level him up and play with him, and I am definitely putting him on one of my nuke teams. So make sure to let me know in the comments what you're going to do with him if you got him, if you've played around with him, or just let me know how your summons went. Of course, there's a lot of other great heroes to get to, and I want to know about it. So if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.